We're told the woman has burns on 15% of her body. The baby was also hospitalized as a precaution.
Well, this morning we are working to learn more information about a student who died after a medical emergency at Wellington Community High School.
It's unclear what exactly happened, but the district says the student did not die while on campus. Officials say the campus was briefly placed on a limited movement protocol while staff and emergency services responded to the medical situation. In a letter to families and staff, the school district says several students and staff members witnessed the student in distress. Because of that, school counselors will be on hand to provide on-campus support for anyone directly impacted.
Sad story there. All right, well, new this morning happening today. The case of a former Martin County High School teacher facing child pornography charges expected back in court. Antonio Calupi is arrested in August of 2023 for allegedly soliciting and receiving inappropriate photos and videos from a 14-year-old student through social media. Today, a judge will check on the status of his case before it's scheduled to go to trial Monday. The hearing is set to start at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Also new this morning, a suspect wanted for attempted murder on the Treasure Coast is now in jail. The Indian River County Sheriff's Office says Anthony McDaniel pulled out a gun and fired shots into a car full of people, barely missing one of them. There have been no reports of any injuries. Detectives arrested McDaniel at his home after a victim identified him. He's being held in the Indian River County Jail. Well, new overnight, Asia shares lowering overnight and U.S. futures are starting high after President Donald Trump postpones more tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada.
All right, so this just 2 days after they went into effect, the president signed an executive order delaying the tariffs for 1 month. And because of that, Canada and Mexico, they decided to back off on reciprocal measures. Now, while stock market investors remain worried about a global trade war, President Trump promises tariffs will be benefiting the United States in the end.
No, nothing to do with the market. I'm not even looking at the market because long term, the United States will be very strong with what's happening here. Companies and countries that have ripped off this country, our beloved USA, and they're not going to be ripping us off anymore. So, I think that has an impact on the market.
Well, however, the economic fallout is hitting Wall Street pretty hard, sending stocks plunging for a third day in a row. The Dow losing nearly 1%. The Nasdaq, meanwhile, dropped more than 2.5%. Here are this morning's pre-market trading numbers. You see them right here. We'll keep a close eye on them ahead of opening bell. It happens during our 9 a.m. newscast right at 9:30. Also today, this is a big one. We're expecting a critical report of the economy to be released. So coming up in our next half hour, what's expected in this newest jobs report and why analysts are uncertain about where the market stands.
At 5:09, we take you outside for a live look here at Palm Beach International Airport. That's where Air Force One is expected to land later on this evening as President Trump is scheduled to return to Mar-a-Lago for the weekend. And Yasmin, as we know, with this comes road closures.
That's right. So a quick reminder, the road closures are in place any and every time President Trump is in town. A reminder that, these will be underway for that period of time. Starting today, South Ocean Boulevard will be closed between South County Road and Southern Boulevard. Important to keep in mind that there's also flight restrictions around Mar-a-Lago this weekend. As we reported last week, 3 civilian planes violated restricted airspace multiple times by flying near the president's resort. So we'll let you know when these restrictions and closures are lifted.
Yeah, the 5th time that he's returning here to Mar-a-Lago since taking office in January.
Right.
Yasmin, thank you. Aaron.
All right, well, as we're getting ready this morning, you're going to need a jacket, that's for sure. Take a look right here. Temperature 50 degrees in Jupiter. We are tracking a cold impact as you are waking up this morning. I'm here in the Weather Center with Sandra. I parked in the garage. It said my temperature was in the mid 70s. By the time I left my neighborhood, it had dropped to the 50.
It is already so chilly. I mean, we're down significantly. The good news is, though, by later this afternoon, mid 70s. Take a look at your forecast for spring training. It's going to be 6:05 for the game tonight at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium, but it's not going to be like it is right now, where we're in the 40s most of the Treasure Coast and definitely in the 50s here. We're going to actually just see our actual low in the upper 50s. So that means much of the game we're going to be in the 60s. We're talking 7th inning stretch. We start out even at 6:05 with after these upper 70s still at about 71 or so. So really kind of pleasant. We're going to jump back quickly. This is just a short-lived sort of cold spell early on this morning.
All right, Sandra, thank you. It is 5:11. We are following breaking news overnight. An unexploded bomb dating back to World War II cancels train services in Europe. The effort happening right now to remove it and how rare officials say discovery like this is.
And a new update on Pope Francis's health overnight, what the Vatican is saying about his condition as the world actually hears him speak again for the very first time.
And let's head outside for a live look at I-95 near 45th Street. The northbound lanes in this area now looking clear following a crash. It had 3 lanes blocked, but I'm still reaching out to officials for more information on that to let you know exactly what transpired. Vanessa, how are things looking weather-wise?
Looking pretty good. It is cold though, but don't forget that jacket. We'll see temperatures in the 40s, lower 40s out west, including Okeechobee. But in Port St. Lucie, we'll see temperatures in the upper 40s for the next 2 hours right before sunrise. A nice warm up this afternoon with highs back to normal. Sandra Shaw will have your complete forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, it's 5:15. Breaking news overseas. Right now, passengers in Europe stranded. Within the past 5 minutes, we have learned all train operations in London and in France are now canceled all day. That's a big deal. Why, you may ask? Well, it's after a discovery of an unexploded bomb dating back to World War II. Workers actually found the bomb near the tracks in Paris. Now, this is at a major European transit hub that makes traveling to France, Germany, and the Netherlands. That's how they get through. Minesweepers are currently on site to defuse and remove the bomb. Officials stress there is no risk of an explosion. Meanwhile, officials say bombs from World War I and II are regularly discovered around France, but it's very rare to actually find them, but they have to take precautions, Nathalie.
Covering Florida, the first week of the legislative session is about to wrap up. One bill state leaders are moving forward with could make it harder to add hot button issues that you care about to the ballot. Our Caleb Califano is live in the newsroom with what this could mean for future elections. Good morning, Caleb.
Good morning. Well, this proposal would put in place additional restrictions. Now, this all comes after political battles last election cycle regarding abortion rights and recreational marijuana. The Republican-controlled House Government Operations Subcommittee yesterday approved a bill that focuses on the critical process of gathering and submitting petition signatures to place measures on the ballot. Opponents argue the bill dismantles political rights guaranteed by the Constitution. The bill's sponsor says the process is broken, with out-of-state money flooding into Florida to try and pass initiatives and paid petition circulators committing fraud.
And we need to get it right to protect the people of Florida and ensure we have integrity in the petition process.
I do see this as an overreach that dismantles the equal political rights guarantee.
Now, it is important to note both the recreational marijuana and abortion amendments failed last November after failing to reach the 60% threshold. For now, we're live in the newsroom. Caleb Califano, WPBF 25 News.
Caleb, thank you. Now to a live look outside the hospital in Rome. A new update overnight. The Vatican says the Pope had a tranquil night. He remained stable after 3 weeks of fighting severe respiratory problems that led to double pneumonia. And just yesterday, the 88-year-old shared his first public message since being hospitalized. The message was delivered in his native language of Spanish.
Agradezco de todo corazón las oraciones que hacen por mi salud desde la plaza. Los acompaño de acá. Que Dios los bendiga y que la Virgen cuide. Gracias.
The Pope there saying thank you from the bottom of my heart and also saying God bless you. Again, the Pope suffered respiratory problems and has been alternating between rest and work. We are expecting another update on his condition tomorrow.
New this morning and caught on camera, disturbing here. A man sets a car on fire only to then catch himself on fire too. Take a look. Okay, so in this video, you're going to see the flames. The suspect quickly jumping the fence. You see him on fire there, trying to run away. This happened in California. The homeowner says there is smoke damage to the side of her home. The window shattered in that explosion. The suspect has not been arrested. Stop, drop, and roll. I feel like we were always taught that, right?
Or don't light cars on fire.
Yeah. But I mean, if you do, that's what you got to do. Stop, drop, and roll. Sandra.
Here's a look at what we've got going. 519. We have down temperatures, 22 degrees down from yesterday at this point. We're down 14 degrees in West Palm, 16 in Indiantown, and 14 in Vero Beach. That plummet thanks to cold air that just had a chance to settle in yesterday in the wake of that front. So those brisk northwest winds, you could feel it really just ushering in and saying, hey, welcome. Colder temperatures will see you even at this point in March. 46 in Fort Drum this morning. As a result, 45 in Fort Bassinger, 46 in Okeechobee. Good morning. Happy Friday. You done it. Port St. Lucie's 49. It's 50 in Hobe Sound, 48 in Indiantown, 49 in Sebastian. We have 51 out at PBIA and in Delray, and 53 currently in Boca with a brisk northwest wind at 6 to 8 miles an hour. Eventually, our highs are going to be up, though, into the mid to upper 70s. We're going to see sunrise at about 6:39, and then after that, we jump so nicely, so looking good. High pressure is actually in control. The future tracks showing the plummet of temperatures. That's even at about 7 o'clock, but look how rapidly these contours change. And then tomorrow, get this, we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s, and then a possible record high on Sunday, close to the low 90s. So here's what we've got. 77 as our high today. So really a quick rebound. It's just the time of the year that we can't really hold on to that cold air for very long. Down though, reasonably into the chill, into the upper 50s tonight for West Palm, some lower 50s in the Treasure Coast. Saturday, 86. So we start to see the air mass change. We're going to see more of a southerly wind influence, and that will help the temperature escalate. Beautiful sky conditions. Sunday impact situation. Upper 80s isolated shower chance. On Monday, we're going to be in the low 80s with a slight chance of some scattered rain as another weak system gets through here. It doesn't really have any strength behind it. Upper 70s then as a result on Tuesday, plenty of sun, beautiful blue sky conditions Wednesday and Thursday. High UV index, that's going to be a thing, or not so much today, but even more so over the weekend. So be aware of that. North to southeast winds today, which is why we will start to warm up a little bit, and 2 to 4 feet with the seas. Yasmin?
Sandra, thank you so much. So the crash that I was watching for you along I-95 heading northbound near 45th Street has basically wrapped up. It's pushed off to the shoulder. But a reminder, even when you pass something that's along the shoulder of the roadway, be it a crash that someone is responding to, or maybe someone's just broken down on the side of the road, move over a lane per Florida law. Not seeing any northbound slowdowns with that. Only some southbound slowdowns on Military Trail and Riviera Beach, but they're fairly short in nature. Things out west in Palm Beach County are looking good. Out in Royal Palm Beach, Wellington, only a little bit of a moderate slowdown on Southern Boulevard near 441. But zooming out here for an exclusive look at your commute heading to and through Broward County, it looks good via I-95 and the Turnpike. Coming up in a little bit, we'll take a look at Vero Beach, and I'll let you know where I'm watching some weekend closures in Riviera Beach.
All right, Yasmin, thank you. It is 5:22. Preparing to spring forward, experts warning about the dangers of drowsy driving and the reminders to adjust to a darker morning commute.
And a stunning sight across South Florida. Did you see this one? SpaceX's Starship explodes again during its latest test flight. Reaction coming in from people who saw it happen from Texas all the way to the Bahamas and in between. What went wrong? Okay, it is that time of year again. When you work on a morning show, you dread every second of this. We spring forward Sunday for daylight saving time. And that 1 hour difference can feel like a mini jet lag. Yasmin, and it can be dangerous for drivers. We joke about it, but it can hurt.
It's true. This time change impacts your sleep patterns, as you know, which raises the risk of drowsy driving. So if you may have trouble keeping your eyes open on the road and keeping your head up, you may also be drifting from your lane. The time change also means it will be darker on your morning commute. For us, it's already pitch black. So it's important to stay alert, especially near schools, while students are still on the way to school. Officials stress drivers need to avoid distractions, obey the speed limits, and always buckle up.
Yeah, good advice. Something to think about. Sometimes I wonder, is it just mental? Like if it just happened and no one talked about it, maybe we wouldn't notice so
That's a good
much.
point.
But anyway, it's happening. It's just we have to deal with it. All right, time now 5:26. Coming up, we're going to continue talking about this, adjusting to losing that hour of sleep. New in our 6 o'clock hour, the steps you can take now to wake up a little less grumpy as daylight saving begins. Daphne.
Concerns over rising condo fees. Governor DeSantis' message to condo owners and lawmakers scrambling for a solution. But first, here's Sandra, Bahamas Crossing.
And our Bahamas Crossing basically we have northwest winds 10 to 13 miles an hour today. Tomorrow, southwesterly flows, so we're going to warm up significantly, upper 80s over on the island, so 2 to 3 feet with the seas. You'll be fine to get over there, no problem. And then a southwest wind starting to pick up even a little bit more as we're going to be hot again on Sunday, 10 to 20 knots, 2 to 3 feet with your seas.
The Bahamas Crossing forecast sponsored by Jetson. Expert advice plus the best price. WPBF 25 News Mornings starts now.
All right, right now at 5:30, a live look over Jupiter. You see the lighthouse right there. It's 50 degrees. If you're getting up thinking you're going to take the dog out for a walk, grab a jacket. You're going to need it. And the the dog might be like, whoa, what's going on here? Refreshing, that's for sure on this Friday. Good morning to you. I'm Erin Guy.
And I'm Nathalie Pozo. Stephen has the morning off. Of course, our team standing by, getting you ready as you head out the door on this Friday. Yasmin watching that commute, but let's start with Sandra and that chilly forecast.
We're down 14 to 20 degrees. Impact situation early on this morning with our temperatures here significantly different than just 24 hours ago when it was brisk enough with those gusty northwest winds. Lighter winds this morning, but colder temperatures. We've got 46 in Okeechobee and Fort Drum right now. 49 in Sebastian. This is unusual for March. We've got 51 in Fort Pierce, 48 in Indiantown, 52 in Palm City, 49 in Tequesta. And heading further south, not a lot better, but we do have more 50s, 50 to 51 all the way from Wellington to Royal Palm into West Palm, and 53, the warm spot in Boca. Eventually, though, we rebound nicely. 6:39 a.m. sunrise, abundant sun, and then we're up into the mid to upper 70s under the presence of high pressure.
Sandra, sounds good.